Who are my favourite authors? God, I've loads, really. Philippa Gregory, Michael Connolly, Anne Tyler, Anna Quindlen, she's an American writer. Loads though, I mean, I couldn't nail it down. I mean, I read kind of most genres. C.J. Sansom, Henning Mankell. There's loads there for you to think about. I don't really reread books because even though I love, you know, even when I've loved a book, like with the Edward St. Alban ones, the Patrick Melrose ones, I keep them because I think they're so wise, you know, about the human condition. But I mean, it's up to the individual. I mean, some people reread millions of times and fair play to you. But there's just always so many new books coming that it's agony to kind of reread when there's new ones to be read. Which classic have I always meant to read? Do you know what? I know this sounds like I'm making it up and I'm making fun, but I'd love to read Ulysses. I read Dubliners recently and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, he's so absolutely brilliant with language. And I feel like as an Irish person, I should have read Ulysses by now. So I'm going to read it soon. What genres do I most like to read? Well, I love crime. You know, good crime is just so, just takes you away completely. And if it can be Scandinavian crime, so much the better. And I also love dystopian stuff. Like I started with the Hunger Games and I've read an awful lot of other stuff since, but nothing has been as good as that. But anything about a kind of a miserable old future where you know, civilization has collapsed and everything, I love it. I'm reading the Walking Chaos trilogy by Patrick Ness at the moment, and it's really, really good. And I read The Age of Miracles. No, I can't remember who that's by, Karen Walker Thompson, something like that. And that was really good as well. It's about the earth has started to slow down and is spinning slower. And so like days are lasting for weeks. And so that's great as well, you know. So they'd be my two favourite genres. Is there a book I wish I had written? I wish I had written City of Bohan by Kevin Barry because it is amazing. It's one of the most amazing, groundbreaking books I have ever read. Like what he does with language. It's like, you know the way Flann O'Brien was so kind of playful and groundbreaking and rule-breaking with language. Well, The City of Bohan is like that. I mean, Kevin Barry is a genius. And actually that's a very dystopian book as well, City of Bohan. And it's actually one of the ones that I would like, one of the few books that I would like to reread, just because of the pleasure of the words. I mean, he's so playful and it's, you know, it's just pyrotechnic stuff that he does with words. God, yeah, I wish I'd written that. How do I feel about electronic books? Well, I love them. I mean, as a reader, I love them. Like last night, I read a review of a Zoe Ferrara's book. She writes this crime that's set in Saudi Arabia, and I'd read two of hers. And it was just amazing to just be able to go and download it and pay for it, like, and have it immediately. I mean, it was thrilling. And as a writer, I think it's great as well. It's just, you know, we have to kind of, I suppose I do miss kind of the covers of books and, you know, the feel of the paper and all of that. But you will get used to it. I think it's a great thing. I joined Twitter about 3 months ago, but not for any kind of that dreadful word, networky reasons or anything. Like I joined it for the crack, and I just have the best fun, and I've met the nicest people. And I mean, I know some people use it for work and to publicise their projects and everything, but I don't at all. And I actually get really upset when people use it to ask me, like, will I do interviews and stuff like that, because it's about having the laugh, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but for me it's definitely my happy time.